Whoever this message is for, it has taken them a very long time. And I mean a long, long time. Years, maybe even centuries, lifetimes to get to this point that they're at right now. And I know that because it feels like it's taken me that long to get this video out. I did a video for you guys yesterday and I was just kind of, I knew I had to redo it. There was something deeper that I wasn't seeing. I was picking up on a whole bunch of different things, but I wanted to kind of condense it and see what was really there that I wasn't seeing. So for my Sagittarius or cross watcher, this is for you. You can also reverse this if you need to. For whoever it's for, I know it's not going to be for everybody. There is an individual here that has not known love. They have not known love. What type of love? Because there's different types of love. Well, the type that you share with another human being, the type that you share for another person. This individual may have thought they loved. Maybe they never have. They may have thought they at times had found the one. Maybe they never have. But whether they have or they haven't thought that they have loved any others, well, they haven't. And they maybe even spent the majority of their life kind of feeling as if they're an alien on this planet. Like they don't really fit. They don't understand why they're in the human existence, why they're even experiencing it. They don't relate to it. They don't relate to being human. They don't relate or resonate with walking inside of skin. I'm hearing skinwalker. This is someone who tends to be kind of different. They tend to be kind of different. We'll say the word different. Also, there's a connection here to some sort of a nosebleed. And I'm talking a light nosebleed or blood in general, but actually something to do with nosebleed. Someone's going to have a nosebleed here. A light nosebleed is prone to have nosebleeds. And nosebleed could also just be symbolic of something that is really on a high level. Like an altitude. Allie, Allison, something, anyway. Owl or an owl. They are connected, very connected to the underworld. Owl. This person, they feel allergic to this life. I'm telling you, because I straight up had an allergic reaction to, I don't know what. I still don't know what. Before I started this video, you can kind of tell. You see right here, I mean, you can probably been telling the whole time, like, what's wrong with her eye? Right here on the edge of my eye and kind of under it, I had something in my eye. Out of nowhere. I was totally fine, and then out of nowhere. And I don't think anything was there. It was just like nothing, and then there. I mean, I was seeing just fine, and then my eye was like, it felt like something was stabbing me in my eye, like glass, and I had to get it out, and nothing came out. And now it's not hurting, but it's like super, super red. I feel like, and it was like I kept sneezing. My daughter was in here and was like, "You okay?" I'm like, "I don't know what's going on." Like my head was feeling weird, and so I'm telling you, like whoever I'm picking up on. Because I was sitting with you. I knew we were going to do your video. I don't know if this is you I'm picking up on or somebody who they realize they're in love with you. I want to tell you, this individual, they can tend to lean to less desirable sides of life, meaning the sides of life that usually scare people, they don't scare this person. Death would be one of them. Death does not scare this person. In fact, they probably welcome it. Not saying they want to leave this planet sooner, but they are not afraid of dying. They have a very strong connection to death. They could even be a Scorpio, maybe even an Aries. The reason I say that is because in the Aries last video, I had heard a song that day that I had never heard before, and it's called Become the Beast. And, you know, since I posted that video, I've actually been looking more into the show that it was made for. And the song, I was listening to the song, just like stimming on that song, listening to it over and over and over again. And here's what I gather, although I still haven't seen the show I believe it's the devil, is it not? maybe not, but what it looks like is that Hannibal is the devil, and he actually, it's the idea that the devil can fall in love, like imagine that, right? And he falls in love with, I forget what this man's name is, but anyway, he falls in love with him, and yeah, that's really all I've gathered from it so far. I watched a lot of clips, like fandoms, like people who are really into the show had made little clips about it, so I watched them and kind of gathered the information from there because I don't have time to watch 3 seasons of Hannibal. But when I get the time, I would actually like to, because I think it's something I'd probably enjoy. But, you know, I do sense individuals here that are rather artistic, be it you, be it this individual, be it the both of you. There is this depth of understanding. Like, I feel this person is often misunderstood. I don't think it bothers them, though. Whoever this is, I don't think this person, I don't know if it ever did bother them. It may have upset them at one. I don't really know. But it doesn't bother them at all. They don't mind being misunderstood. They see the evil in people and they see good in people. They see both, really. But they definitely see the evil in people. This person tends to see beyond, see into dark other realms. You know how they came out, like, I don't know if it was this year or last year, but they were like, you know, you guys might have a new disorder. There's a new disorder out now where it's called melting face syndrome, or I don't know what it's actually called. I'm just making that up. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, let me tell you something. I've been seeing the fucking melting face for a long ass time now. We all know, whatever, allegedly, that it's not a fucking syndrome. We all see it because they're real. Not everybody walking that looks like a human is a fucking human. You and I both watching this know this shit. And so now they're trying to make it like it's a syndrome we have or whatever. Anyway, I mean, what do we know? Maybe we do. I don't know. Do we? So, do we? Do he? Do we? Do we? Do we? Some do a do. 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 Or mountain. In the mountains, Mountain Dew. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I've been able to see that for the longest time. I don't see it often. It's actually not very common at all. And they're only in really certain places. But they're there usually. And they're on the sides of the road walking. And, you know, they can be on rural streets. There's that word rural again. Or they can be, you know, in cities. I'm also hearing insidious. Yeah, there's definitely dark element to this message. It's because whoever this is can pick up on darkness. And they're not afraid of it. They're just aware of it, you know? So anyways, you know, the whole melting face thing where you see somebody and you pass them on the street and they happen to turn and they're not even walking like they're human, although they are human. They look like they are, but they're not really walking the same way a human does, or whatever they're doing is just weird. And then they happen to like turn and notice that a car is about to pass them, or a motorcycle or whatever you're on, and they turn and their face starts fucking melting down because they're not fucking human, right? They're just inhabiting the human. Anyway, some would call that conspiracy theorist, or maybe a syndrome, or a disorder. I don't know. This person can see all of that. They've seen many a demon inside of people. And again, it doesn't scare this person. It's just that I think this individual is aware of what is actually going on this planet. And I want to say like a highly developed being. Highly, highly, highly developed. And at the same time, while there's this I don't really feel anything type energy, kind of reminds me of a Libra message I just did, they do actually feel many things, and it's for you, which is odd, because how is it that you, or I guess what is it about you that's pulled this out of a person who seems to have like really no feelings? I don't know. But let's just go ahead and fast forward this a little bit. You have a person here who is a highly developed being, unless it's you and it's reversed, and they have fallen in love. They've fallen in love. While this person may have a name for themselves of not really letting people in, or whatever people think of them, I don't think this person gives a fuck, honestly. For something about you, it's not of this world, the love that they have for you. It's just like a knowing. Okay, so they're very, very content with you. They want to be with you. They want to express this to you, whether they have or not at this point. I don't know. We're all in different timelines here. But let me tell you what's happening on the outside of that. Whatever life that you had before this individual, and whatever life that they may or may not have had before you, y'all will have individuals who will try to stop the connection. I see a lot of blood here. I see a whole lot of blood. I don't know. I don't know what that is. It's just some sort of, why? Now, blood can symbolize a lot of things. I mean, life for one, living, usually when you see, well, or death. You know, usually if you see a lot of blood, it could mean there's death around. But also it could mean something is alive. Blood is a good sign of life. So is air in our lungs. That's a good sign of life. Breath and blood, they kind of go hand in hand. Breath and blood, they're homies, you know, because if you don't have the breath, the blood's probably saying something else. So yeah, or maybe something to do with blood pressure here, but there is something that is very, very specific about blood in your message, and even the way that someone prefers to eat their meat. I'm so serious about that too. Whatever that means. I dropped the pencil. I guess they don't want me to write, so we will not. We will wing the whole thing. But usually I like to write so I can keep up with whatever I'm picking up on, but okay. Yeah, we were talking about blood. Blood, so yeah, the nosebleeds are very specific here, that I've been getting it for a few days now, and I know it has something to do with you guys. Only you're gonna know what it means. To me, I don't know what it means. But whoever's watching this video, for whoever that's for, you will know what it means for you. And I mean, not necessarily pouring blood, but like a little tinge of blood. Maybe it's like a sinus thing or an allergy thing, or maybe it's something else. I don't know. Maybe someone's just done a lot of cocaine or cocaine. Maybe. I don't know. But maybe it's an altitude type thing. Altitude. Altitude also sounds like attitude. Let's look up altitude. I just want to see the exact definition. It's 11:11 on the clock, guys. What time is it?
The time is 11:11 a.m.
There you go. When I tell you this is a strong message, I mean it's a strong message. Altitude. All right. The height of an object or point in relation to sea level or ground level. It's great height. I think I have to title your video something about altitude. It has something to do with altitude, unless you guys live at a distance from each other, or there's something to do with, like, altitude is important here. Something being hung up, being suspended upwards, being up. Altitude. Okay, if you look at the word altitude, the first three letters are ALT, which could also be like on a computer keyboard, it's Alt, like Control Alt Delete. Control Alt Delete. Well, let's look that up. Control Alt Delete. It's a keyboard shortcut keyboard shortcut. Compatible computers with compatible computers that interrupts or facilitates interrupting a function. Yeah, someone's going to try to interrupt the function here, and the function is that you and another person are at a high altitude. You guys are being suspended above the rest, energetically speaking. Like someone's being brought to you. They are now aware of you. They see you. They are, I don't know, they're like they've been spiritually, energetically conveyor belted all the way to you, and now we have two people who are like, I don't know, somebody's in love with you. I don't know what to say, because I don't know if you're in love with them. I don't know if they've even told you yet, if they've even made themselves known. It feels sort of like a phantom. Some of you, if you already are together and you already have a little thing going on, I'm telling you, you've got other people around you who like want to make sure that this doesn't happen. They want to stop it. They may look at one of you or the both of you as something evil, or as something that doesn't deserve to be together, or something like that. I don't know. I definitely feel opposing forces around you and another, but it's because of it being so true. And it's so true that it doesn't really, the majority of people aren't going to be able to understand it because of the energy that they hold. I hope I'm making sense. I don't even know if I'm making sense, but this is what I'm getting. This is what I've been getting. Some of you, there is a strong connection to either Scorpio, Libra, or an Aries. That's not for everybody, and I don't know what it means for you, but one of those 3 zodiac signs, there's a strong connection there. There even could be something here about fried fish. Fried fish. It's just popping in my head right now. I have to say it because it's popping in my head. Something to do with fried fish. But I'm getting a bit distracted right now. There's a lot of noise in the hallway, and usually my cats are kind of, it usually doesn't bother me. But so I think I need to reset. So I have to post this video. I know that there's something in here for someone. I think I'm going to pause it, check on the cats, come back, and I'll decide if I do a bonus or an extended to this. I think we're going to cut this here. If I do an extended, I'll either make it a separate whole video or I'll put it in this video right here. Alright guys, I decided to add on to this video instead of make a whole different video. So you could call this the extended, just the rest of it. I needed a little bit of a break. It's like I had to step away. I also took off my little shawl that I had on. I felt like I needed it. I don't know. I could definitely feel a weight on my shoulders. This is very heavy. It is, I don't think it's dark, but I can tell that people do think it's dark. Maybe not the message, but the love between you and another, or they will. So I want to say for your videos, someone has found you. Or they've just now realized, come to terms with their love for you and how deep it runs like veins. Their love for you is like veins, maybe even to the point where they literally have to hide it. They have to hide their love for you, or they've had to hide their love for you, their interest in you, their desire for you all of this time. Yes, that's it. Someone has had to hide their love for you all this time. I don't know what all this time means, but they've been hiding it. They haven't shown it. They haven't said anything. Maybe it's 2 people who are consensual here, like you and another. You've kept your relationship private because you know people are going to try to ruin it. Probably y'all's exes and just society in general. They like to do that. Or maybe you were unaware of this person. I don't know. Maybe they're a complete stranger to you at this point. Maybe they're not a stranger and it's someone who's like a secret admirer, someone who over the years and the times they've always felt this way for you. Whether they were always aware of it or not, I don't know, but they definitely haven't made you aware of it. Or a stranger, something like that. Maybe this is reversed and it's you. Either way, this is a secret. Yeah, it's a secret. So, or it needs to be kept secret. It needs to be made secret. It needs to be made clear after having been secret. I have to take this. Be right back. Alright guys, I apologize for continuing to stop the video, but I feel like instead of overthinking that, I'm just going to post the video. Obviously I have to cut parts because nobody needed to hear that. That was my daughter. So, but I do want to tell you something she said because I think it's part of the message. I also think the fact that there's a lot in your message is a part of the message. I think there's a lot here, whatever that means. And I started eating a cookie. I'm still going to eat the cookie on video. I've done it once before. Well, I've eaten a lot of things on camera, but the last time I ate a cookie on a video, it was a blue cookie, and it was during a cancer video, and I kept getting a man for days that was going to show up in blue, and or something to do with blue was tied to a man. There's something in yours about yellow and orange. I don't know if it's separate, if they're together, or if it's the orange chakra or the yellow chakra. the color yellow, and the color orange. Also, there is something to do with caution tape. Now, I know we are in the States entering Halloween, so you're probably going to see caution tape places just for like decoration, but there could actually be some like straight up caution tape around something and you guys are going to be seeing it. Again, it could be because somebody's decorating for the holidays, but yeah, so caution tape is another sign. I know we mentioned nosebleeds earlier, maybe even cookies, fish, fried fish specifically. I know this is a lot to keep up with because I've said a lot of different things, but the number one thing that we can see through all of the information and the random connections I'm making to whoever's trying to click on this video is that you or another person have found it very hard to love in this life and may have never really actually genuinely loved anyone, and not like this. No. And well, here it is, or it's coming. And maybe it's just only presented itself to the person right now, to they themselves. But one of the things she said was that she was on this drive to go to her friend's house, and she was like, I felt like this car was trying to intimidate me off the road. They were like riding my ass. They were just staying right there on my ass, and I wasn't going to pull over. I wasn't going to speed. I was going to do the speed limit. So I think that they cussed me out when they went around me, and I'm like, okay. I mean, kudos to her for still abiding by the law and doing the, you know, the right thing, not driving crazy. So there's that here. And someone could even have road rage here. But aside from that, that really stood out to me because, well, she also called during this video. So I think there's something about that where someone may try to intimidate you or intimidate this person, make it, maybe even intimidate another so they don't want you, or intimidate you so that you don't want another. Fear, especially caution tape, you know, put the caution tape around something. Someone could be trying to get someone to be afraid of something, because if you instill fear, then maybe they'll stay away from it. It's like when we're kids and they tell us like, don't do this, it's gonna hurt you. But whether or not it actually will hurt us, I mean, usually that's when they tell us something will hurt us, they mean it. But sometimes they tell us something will hurt us just because they don't want us into it. They don't want us going around exploring, and they don't want to have to watch us or something, you know, whatever the reason is. It could just be that someone here is trying to deter a person, deter you, deter another from you, vice versa. But you can't really stop what's real. I don't know if you and another person are going to come together. That's the thing. I don't know if I don't know what's going to happen here. Some of you, we're all on different timelines, you know. Some of you, I feel like you're already with this person. You're having that new beginning now, and however you guys choose to take that is however you guys choose to take that. Maybe y'all get married, maybe you have babies, maybe you move in together, maybe you finally admit you're in love with one another. I don't know. That's for you. If it's consensual, it's consensual. That's what we're looking for here on this planet. If you know, if that's not y'all's thing, that's not y'all's thing. Maybe this hasn't even come together yet and you're just single doing your own thing, and well, someone's been drawn to you, and or they've always been drawn to you and they just can't deny their feelings. It's like, I want to let you know, but will they? I don't know. I don't know. There's definitely an animal inside of someone, I can tell you that. A definite animal. And someone here, something about bloodlust or blood in general. I mean, it could even be a female. Like, let's say you're, well, you could be whatever, male or female, watching me. If this isn't you yourself, that's never really loved anyone, but maybe you thought you did, or maybe you knew you never really did. Not in this way. Whoever this is that does love you, that isn't known to be a lover and doesn't really believe in it, not in that way. That's realizing, well, they very much do. That person could be a female, because I'm thinking maybe blood, period. But it doesn't have to be. It could be anyone. It could also be a male. Either way, someone here has a connection to blood. They like blood. Like, blood doesn't bother them. They're not queasy with blood. Were they a phlebotomist? I mean, that's okay. I'm telling you, they're drawn to blood. Either they got periods, or maybe they drink blood, or if they get a cut, they'll suck their own blood. I mean, I don't want to gross anyone out here, but I mean, I'm just telling you what I'm getting. Or they're a vampire. I mean, someone's just not, or they like their steak very bloody, or maybe they're a really unique blood type. I'm not really getting anything to do with their blood type. They're very interested in blood. Blood is interesting to them, and whether or not you know this at this point, you probably will eventually, or maybe you won't. I don't know. Maybe that's their own little secret, but blood is one of those things that they love and they hate at the same time. You know, I think this person probably hates blood because it can be entirely corrupted. It's like a beautiful thing. You know, blood itself is art, and it's like blood itself is love. And to see that something that is so artistically beautiful, that is so naturally beautiful, can be so corrupted and so tainted by this realm. It's one of the things this person loves. I don't know what to tell you. It's something they love. Unless somebody is like a gang member. You know, blood. There's a connection to blood here. I don't know what to tell anyone. That's what I'm getting, like, strongly. And fish and nosebleeds and caution tape and intimidation, and maybe even the underworld, like dark things. Things that most people would think is dark, but, you know, some people would say we're in an inverted world, you know? So what is what and what is what? We don't know, but yeah, you see what I'm saying? We had to do your message again and like keep it on here, because like it makes me almost not want to post it, because it's so, I would say, and if you were to ask me, I would think most people wouldn't resonate with it. Most people would be like, what? No, this doesn't, you know, but I'm not sure if it is for most people. I think it's for like a select group of Sagittariuses. Male or female, doesn't matter. Have you ever wondered if sex didn't exist, what would we really be? You ever thought about that? I've been thinking about that a lot lately. I had that conversation with my mom. I think it made her, I don't know, think, I guess, a little. We were talking about things, and I just said, can you imagine if like no one ever had sex? She was like, well, we wouldn't be here. And I'm like, well, yeah, exactly. But aside from that, what are we really if we don't have sex? Like, does any of what we identify with matter at that point? I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it? I haven't really thought super deeply about it, but I'm beginning to. It's just come to me in the past few days, and I think about it, and then I put it down and think of other things, and then I pick it back up and think about it, and then I think of it for a while, and then I think about other things. And right now I'm thinking about it again. What if we just didn't have sex ever again, like anyone? What if we never did, and we were like the movie Pleasantville before Reese Witherspoon came along? If you haven't seen Pleasantville, you should see it. Think about it. What if we just didn't? Would it matter if we were male or female? Really? Would it matter our sexual preference? Would it matter? I mean, I don't know. Isn't that interesting? I don't know why. It's just like a random question that's been coming to me. I don't really know. I don't even know the answer to that. I don't know, and I don't know why it's coming to me, but it's coming to me. I'm like, yeah, so, okay. Wow. Really random message. You have a lot in here. And if we shuffle through all the shit that I do find interesting, I still find it all very interesting. Even the little information and details that I've picked up on. Someone here, whether you or another, is not known to love. At least a person. Not really. What is it about you? Everything. But what is it? I want to know. I'm really interested. What is it? Because it fits this person to a T. Maybe you understand them, or maybe you mirror them. Maybe you are the same. Different, definitely. But maybe you are the same. Maybe you understand them. You understand their darkness. You get them. I don't know, but you're very special. Unless it's reversed. Same. You find this person very special, and you're like, oh my God. Maybe it's just an intuitive thing. You know how you just know? When you know, you know. It could be that. When you know, you know. Didn't I do a video for you like that? When you know, you just know. It's a bit like imprinting. It's very animalistic. That's why I said you're connected to an Aries, some of you. A lot of you are. And I don't know what that means. Maybe it just means you should watch the Aries video, or the last 3 or 4, because it has a lot to do with animals. And I still, like, being an Aries myself, I still don't even know what the fuck. I'm like, what? Or even vampires, you know, connection there. I don't know. So we're gonna go now. I went way the hell over, but yeah. Alright, guys. Well, for whoever this is for, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I clarified some things for you. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.